Come in here, guys. Welcome to my green room. Check it out. Got a little couch I can sit on.
Oh, look at yourself real quick before you go out.
You want a little bit of right before?
You want to chill on the couch? Right here is where I can plan my next speaking event. You know, where do we want to go? Maybe over in England.
Finally came up.
We-
Actually, Ian's group back up.
Callie and I have been working on this thing. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
3 hours.
1 o'clock in the
my
morning,
goodness.
and I gotta have a presentation I gotta be there at 8:30. So, this is what Callie's been working on. How do you switch it?
So someone asked you
I'm on my Canva account. We're working hard.
to present about creation and farming, and this was Monday this week. And so now, the night before, that's how we roll.
I was compiling pictures, and yep, Callie's been really
She's
using her
pivotal.
skills, and I think this is gonna be really freaking sweet.
I was trying to talk him into doing this all week, but he's like, no, I'll just wing it. Good old Cal. She's like, no, Dad, I really think you need to get your thoughts down. And she's been a trooper.
I got a little nervous at Chick-fil-A.
She was a
I was
trooper.
eating my spicy chicken sandwich, and I decided I was gonna take her up on it.
So-
And it was a good move.
I'm thinking so.
So here we go. We'll flip through it here real quick.
Am I flipping?
Yeah.
Just-
Kind of got some stuff set up here.
Oh, automatically played videos. A
Maybe I
little
can
bird in
actually
there.
patch the thing in, you know?
And then we'll,
That's fun. They automatically play. I didn't know that. I thought you had to
That's
like
awesome.
push it. I like that one a lot. Looks fun. This one's our favorite.
oh, that's so cute.
That was a big time collab on the
Yeah.
brown dots.
I love the dots.
Took a lot out of us on that.
That's a
You're gonna have
good
to tell
one.
him to like turn the sound off.
Yeah. Guess who that is driving that combine?
That's me.
Highlight. Holly.
Oh,
That's-
sweet. They both are playing
That's,
That's
neat. I didn't know it
at the
did that.
same time.
That's
These are so good, guys. You did great.
Well, this looks way better when it's on the big screen.
This looks awesome. Who's that little girl?
yeah. This is still
Wait a
in
minute, why
work
is that on there?
because
Oh.
I just had the text.
Oh,
This is
okay.
in workshop phase.
Yeah, we're getting it down. But
Seems like it went pretty fast.
Yeah, I think
you'll be talking. I think it'll be great. Kind of fill it in.
I think you'll be all right.
So
I like that a lot. That slope is nice.
That
I
was like a
think
neat.
I think this is gonna be great. Good job. Good
Thank
work,
you.
guys.
Working on this so much that I almost failed my Excel exams.
Yes, you
So,
did. We had to stop mid PowerPoint so
Yeah.
Callie could take her Excel exam for school.
I was sweating.
And she was sweating it. She's like, I'm not gonna make it. I'm like praying. It's 11:56. She's like, I just sent it.
Okay. You want everybody? Hey, Farmer Dan.
So now,
And I have a lot of cows at home or something.
with 12 baby birds,
I'm getting stage fright.
17.
17 baby birds.
Exactly. We're prepping you.
Okay, I'm already done with my first slide. Okay, I'm gonna reset this thing.
And you were just gonna go in there.
How do you flip the things?
This button.
All right.
Or I think you use the space bar if you want to.
Oh.
But you can't go back to the space bar. Just think about how fast time goes. Say, just quick.
You're overthinking it.
These are all little kids. They are not even gonna.
They're gonna be
register what
sitting there
you're
so
saying.
excited. You're
They
there to
better.
talk to them. You
They
got
are
a
gonna
squishy
sit
cow in
there,
your hand. They're waiting for you to
their
chuck it
nose.
at them.
And
All right.
rub it out on the carpet. Just say, "Hello, I'm Farmer Dan."
Hey,
Whatever.
hey guys, I am Farmer Dan. And I brought some cool pictures that I took from my farm to show you guys how I see God's creation every single day.
Nailed it.
It's always really fun when you find a little batch of kittens in the spring around the farm because they're just so innocent and soft and okay, I can do this. I'm not gonna do this up there. I'm not gonna stop it. I'm gonna smooth it right through.
That's why we're doing this.
Right. It's always fun to see a little litter kitten somewhere in the barn, just to see God loves the small creatures. And here's a picture of a peacock that we had named Chuck. And the color of that blue is almost fake. It is so beautiful that you don't even think something like that exists.
Maybe for the kitten thing, like say how you said.
Give him
like,
a big round of applause.
Hi guys, my name is Farmer Dan, and I want to show you some pictures that I took with my phone around my farm. Just to show you what I see every day and how I can see God in everyday life. Next slide. We have a few dogs, and when we take care of our animals, we're honoring God because they can't take care of themselves. So we have to be responsible and make sure they have enough food, water, and they have a clean area, clean bed, or clean pen. Just before I came here, I had to go out to the barn and take care of a few chickens that we have. And you have to do that every day. And taking care of your animals is one way to honor God. This is a peacock up here, and his name is Chuck. And the colors of that peacock are so blue, and it looks not even real. And a peacock, it can fan its feathers around and look like a Christmas tree. It's amazing that God makes all that beauty in just a simple peacock like that. And the middle dog there is Katie, and she has her own personality. We can have 3 different dogs that look the same, but each one is unique, just like every one of you kids. And that's one way that we can relate with our pets and get to know them and take care of them. In the springtime, we have a lot of birds make nests on our equipment that we have to move to get into the fields. And we very carefully try to move their nests because those birds take a long time to make those nests and make those eggs. So we carefully move them so we can get back into the field and they can continue to hatch. Here's a nest that Holly, my wife, found on a Christmas wreath on our front door. And she couldn't take it down because there was a bird that made a nest in there. And then we actually got to watch the eggs hatch. And it was right through our front door, so we could look through the glass and see that. God also takes care of us through weather. So when you guys have a picnic or something or a ball game and it gets rained out, that kind of bums you guys out. But you know what? We pray for rain. And in this day, our crops needed rain so bad, they were almost going to die. And it shows a small downpour, and that little circle is our farm. And you can see we're the only one in the state that got rain that day. Then after the rain, you can see the rainbow. That's one of the things that God does for us to know that He's not going to flood the earth again. So I was mowing hay one day, and I was kind of having a bad day. And then in the middle of the field, there was a sunflower growing. And that was just one way of God just telling me just to slow down and just enjoy things that He's created. So I cut it down, and I brought it home, and I put it on the table so we can enjoy it for a few days.
Did it die?
And why did God make flowers? For us to enjoy. You know, flowers smell good, but they don't even have to smell good. But He did that just for one more thing, that we know that He's real.
Did they die?
So this is one of my favorite ones. We had a small fawn in our field when I was cutting hay, and I had to pick him up, otherwise he would have got ran over. So I rode around with him until I got everything cut, and then I put him back down so he could go find his mom. But if you look, the spots on his back, you wonder why this deer has spots. Can you see this on my pant leg? There's little spots of sunlight that goes through the grass, and That is so when the little baby's laying there hiding from other animals that might want to eat him, he blends in with the sunlight. And as he gets older and he gets stronger to run away from the animals that want to eat them, his spots go away, so now he doesn't become a target. And we talked about the sunsets. I get to see sunsets every night, and also the sunrise. And the one in the middle with the combine, the sky was so red. It was because of, I think it was the California wildfires a few years ago. And the smoke and the stuff in the air really made that sunset that pretty. So even out of something as terrible as like a fire, God can make beauty out of that. And then the northern lights too. You guys said you've seen it this year. I was out in the middle of the cornfield. I was planting one night, and it was quite late. And I got out and I seen that. And even though I was out in the middle of a field all by myself, I didn't feel alone because I could see God working through those northern lights. So we have a lot of cows on our farm, and we have to make sure that they have feed and take care of them, even in the wintertime when there's snow. So we have to make sure that the barns are closed up, and we take care of them through any kind of weather every single day. This is a nice picture of our tree after an ice storm. Even though that it's cold out, you can sure see God's beauty working when every little twig on that tree is covered in ice. It just looks like crystals and diamond. It's beautiful. Yeah, this is one other of my favorite ones. The middle picture is a piece of wood that I was out in my barn that I have to make a gate for a cow. Keep the cows back in a pen. But you can see the grain on that. And you can also see it on this piece of furniture that God makes things beautiful even inside of a tree. That you'll never see that until the tree's cut down and you can make something out of it. So that is it's a neat thing to see. It's a hidden thing that God does. So all the way on that side is the white. It looks like a little something growing. Well, that is actually a mold or a fungus. So even on some gross things, you can see God's work and just the delicacy that he makes things grow. And we have the corn there. The corn in the middle is designed specifically for when the corn is growing, the leaves grow up and it catches rainwater, which directs the rain back down to the stalk, down to the roots to feed that plant. And the leaves also protect the corn, and as it dries, the leaves come back off the corn. And the big leaf on the corner just shows the structure of the leaf. That leaf was the size of probably that TV screen. It was huge. But if you look at a normal leaf under a microscope or a magnifying glass, you'll see all kinds of little cells in there that will also show you that God is creative in doing that. If you look close, you'll see God in everything. So I would like you guys, when you go home, just to keep your eyes open and see different things that you can see what God does. You guys are closer to the ground than some of the adults. Maybe you guys can see things because you're closer to the ground. You can see rocks, different things like that you know is created by God. But we have a lot of cows, and I didn't even have any pictures of little baby cows, calves. But that's something else that we have 2 to 3 to 5, 6 calves born every single day on our farm. And whenever I'm part of that, or helping the cow have the baby calf, I've been there for hundreds of them. And every time, it's the coolest thing. It's the miracle of life. You just can't express how neat that is to see that come out.
All right, let's do a few more questions. I know some of you had your hands up, so what about?
You have? There's probably a few people in here that have. Cool.
I know your hand's been up for a while.
How often do you harvest your crops?
How often do we harvest our crops?
Yeah.
The corn we harvest only one time a year because that's when it grows, we cut it off. The hay is kind of like our grass. You have to go out and mow your yard often. We harvest our hay 4 times, sometimes 5 times, depending on how much rain you get.
How did you find the cow?
How did I find a cow? We have cows. Our farm has a lot of cows.
They're born there.
Can fungus be yellow?
Fungus can be all different colors. I've seen almost every different color of a fungus and mold.
So do you see black?
Okay, well, thank you so much. Can you guys give
Thank you, guys.
a round of applause?